contention supporting proliferation. Amending the Constitution will actually prevent nuclear proliferation because right now Japan wants two things. They want a commitment from the U.S. and they also want a symbol of international recognition and power. And currently Japan is seriously doubting U.S. commitment to the original U.S.-Japan Peace Treaty, and they don't know if the U.S. are protected. And even if the U.S. stays, right now confidence in the U.S. dropped nearly 80% under Barack, 24% under Trump, and even more under Biden, meaning even if U.S. wasn't going to leave, this doubt has potential to spiral and could encourage Japan to develop nuclear weapons as a symbol of national strength. And nuclear proliferation destabilizes East Asia and triggers an arms race, and arms race causes nuclear war, and of course we don't want that. But the only way to stop this is an Article 9 revision that filled the desire for international prestige and national identity to prevent a nuclear rearmament. And currently, specifically constitutional revision that revitalizes the Japanese military identity as a shield in the U.S. sword and shield relationship, with U.S. being the sword and Japan being the shield. Also, for their path to war, there's actually going to be a higher chance of war in the status quo, as in our transparency argument we already talked about. For example, one of the Chinese generals accused Japan of engaging in covert military buildup when Japan built a light aircraft carrier, which is an offensive weapon and then they called it a helicopter escort ship. So then, because of this, there's suspicion arousing, and then this could potentially lead to China thinking Japan is covertly trying to attack them, which could lead into a risk of war happening. So the only way to prevent this is to be transparent and allow everyone to know, and then so there won't be any miscommunication that happens. Also, for your harms themselves, harms Japan, harms US. I didn't really understand what your argument was talking about, but I don't understand how it will harm the Japanese-US relationship, as currently it's in a bad relationship, and the only way to at this point it doesn't really matter, because if Japan is already seriously doubting US commitment and US leaves, then that's just gonna there's not really any point. So then why not just not risk it, not risk US staying, and just get your own military. Having your own military is the most safe way to protect themselves, instead of hoping US won't leave. And the only way for Japan to be able to protect themselves from examples like North Korea, where North Korea has many weapons to attack Japan, which Japan can defend against, and they can only only defend against these after amending the Constitution. Meaning, amending the Constitution would prevent nuclear proliferation and could prevent war and could protect Japan compared to what you propose. Compared, I'm brain broken right now. Compared to what you. Okay, the only way to protect Japan and to prevent a war is to amend the Constitution. Thank you. My brain just died.
5 rounds now, right? Or 6 rounds? Was it 5? Yeah.